The spaces I've made. I made a space inside my chest where guilt no longer makes a nest, where shame once screamed and made me hide. Now calm and self-trust sit inside. I gave my heart the room to speak, to love itself though it felt weak. I learned that growth is not so loud, but soft and quiet and unbowed. And in this place I've grown to be, I meet myself and finally see. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Epoxy Me That. How are you? I hope doing okay. And I want to thank you for showing up today. Today is I Pour Friday. And I'm going to be taking this Christmas SUNCATCHER here to the left and placing it on my casting on the right. We have to demold it together, but I went ahead and poured it. I'm going to pull it out and show you. It's a little bit different of a SUNCATCHER than we're used to. And we're going to place it on here like this and resin that together. And then I'm going to be using my 4-hour cure epoxy resin by Bond Crafter to do that because we want it to cure quickly so we can move on to the next step. So if you'd like to see how I get on with that, kick back, relax, and let's get to it. So let's go ahead and demold this piece right here. I went ahead and cast it in it so we would have it ready. And what I did was I snipped off the little thing right there, the little nib that made it have a hole in it so you could hang it, because it was in the way. I didn't want it to be there in this process. And it's not a big deal because I have hole makers, you know. These right here from littlewindows.com. So if I need to put a hole back in that, I could just doop, slide that back on there like that and move forward with it. So it benefited me now to go ahead and snip it off, and that's what I did. So what we're going to try to do here is we're going to try to make a mold using this little kit here that I got from Hobby Lobby. Now it's got, and it was $3.99, but I got it like 40% off, I believe. And it's got some little things in here that they gave you to create a SUNCATCHER with. But we can save these and use these maybe at the end of the creation, you know. Or we might not use them at all. But these are wonderful to have in your craft room. You know, you could do all kinds of things with these little things. So, all in all, it was a good purchase. It was a good buy. And if you haven't been able to find any SUNCATCHERs here lately, check out your local Hobby Lobby store. That's where I found this one. That's where I found my cute little fall SUNCATCHERs that I made those inlays out of. So, check your local Hobby Lobby store. I grabbed quite a few, and they had a nice selection. Now, I did go to Michael's, and Michael's is really high-priced versus Hobby Lobby. And I didn't find any great ones at Michael's, so just thought I'd let you know that. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this metal frame here, and we're going to mix up some fast cure epoxy resin by Bond Crafter because I want it to cure fast so we can move swiftly through this. And we're going to resin that right on top of that casting that we made. And I'm hoping it doesn't slip off the edges. So I'm really going to have to babysit it. We'll just have to see how it works out. So I'm going to mix up some of this fast cure epoxy resin here. And then we're going to go ahead and pour it on here and get it sealed together. And then our next step will be making a mold of it. Okay, I got my resin mixed up, and I did run it through my Resiner's Airless Pro Bubble Remover Machine because we don't want any bubbles in it. That's for sure, because we're making a mold out of it, right? I see something in it. I don't know what that is. Let me get it right quick. So, in case it breaks the surface tension, I'm going to place this mat underneath it. That way, I can just slide it out from underneath it and set it back on my mat to get it out of the puddle of epoxy resin. So it'll be easy cleanup for me in case it happens. Now I'm going to put you on a time lapse while I go ahead and put the 4-hour cure resin on here and then slide this on top of it. I don't know if I should leave it on top and drop the resin on there, or because I'm scared if I put the resin on there and then put this on there, it's surely going to break the surface tension. So let's see here. I've decided to take my Bond Crafter UV resin, and I'm going to put a little bit of it down, and that way it won't move during the process. I think that's probably my best bet. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop a little bit of the UV resin on it in certain areas. And then that way we can keep it from moving. Now let's get it situated on here how we want it. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to put some pressure on it and hold it down while it's curing. Okay, I think it looks good. We've got it on there pretty good. We don't have any leakage on the edges, because if we did, we need to get it off. I see a little bit right here. So I'm just going to lift it up. And get it off of there. Alright, everything else looks good, so let's hope and pray that it doesn't break the surface tension. Because if it does, then I'm going to have to keep, you know, cleaning it and cleaning it and cleaning it until it cures. But the good thing about that is this is fast cure epoxy resin, so it's going to cure up fast. Alright, I'm going to put you on a time lapse while I drop it in here in these sections and move it around. Wish me luck. Alright, I think I've got it all fully covered, so we're going to go ahead and cover it with this so it doesn't get any debris on it, and I'll meet you back when it's fully cured. See you later. Let's take our cover off and check our piece. Okay, everything looks really good. I don't know what we're going to do about that little space right there, but we'll just have to see what happens when we demold it from the silicone. I did not get anything on the sides, so on the edges, so that's really good. So I'm going to take up this and I'm going to mix up some silicone and we'll go ahead and pour our mold. Okay, here is my box that I'm going to be placing this into to make the mold. Here's my transfer tape. I have also placed 2 pieces of double-sided tape on there, which I'm going to peel up now. I'm going to place it down in here like that, and then we're going to place our piece in there like that. And now we're going to pour our silicone. This is the Let's Resin 15A. I did run it through my Resiner's Airless Pro Bubble Remover Machine. I'm going to pour in one spot, slowly. Okay, I'm going to stop there, scoot it to the side, and I have some other molds fixed up that I'm shipping out to another channel, and I'm going to pour those. So I think that looks good. I will meet you back when it's time to demold it. See you later. Okay, I've already got it pulled out a little bit so we can pull it out of there. Got a little bit of where a little bit of the silicone got in there. So I'm just going to get my Cricut blade here and cut it off right quick. I'm going to put the extra in this little container here because you can use that in other molds you're making. Alright, let's get it out and see what we got. Let's see how our ornament turned out. Alright. Now we get the blade back again. And we're going to cut this area so we can get it out. And there it is. And there's our mold. So I'm super excited to pour in it and see what we got. So let me get some colors together, see how I'm going to do this, and then I'll meet you back. I think what I want to do here is, have y'all seen the Matio Chrome powder set? These are new on Amazon. Have any of you tried them yet? Let's open them up and try them and see how they perform up against the Let's Resin chrome powders. So let's check out the colors inside, shall we? Okay, so we have a gorgeous red right here, which we are going to be using. There's a blue. That's, looks like a holographic silver. Yeah, that's holographic. Here's a regular silver. Some type of gold. And here's another gold, so one's deeper than the other. Oh, there's a beautiful teal. A beautiful purple. And a beautiful pink. And we're going to do Santa's cheeks in this. Oh, and a beautiful green. We'll definitely be needing that for the, oh goodness, the holly berries on Santa's hat. The red and the green. The leaves, and then the red for the berry. I also have these cute little suckers out because I want to use one of these in Santa's hand right there. And we're going to put a spinner on it so it will spin. I thought that would be cute. I'm going to put you on a time lapse while I brush my Santa in here. And just keep in mind that anything white, like the ball on Santa's hat, which the little fluffy white ball, we're going to leave that bare. His beard, bare. Anything, his gloves that are white, bare, because we're going to go in the back with a white, and that will take care of all the white spaces in our mold. Okay, I finished it. And I cleaned it up as best I could using all of these little micro brushes and some Q-tips. And I swatched my brush across this little brush cleaner right here to clean my brushes. So now I'm going to clean all this up and I'll meet you back for us to pour in our mold. I have a lot of white in there. So what I'm thinking about doing is making Santa's gloves, where did it go? Silver, this holographic silver, and then part of his beard silver, because he's aging a bit, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch it out a bit, though. I want to use Let's Resin's holographic silver, because I really, really love that silver, so I want to do the gloves in this silver. Well, I guess that wouldn't be fair to Mateo since we are trying out their powders. So, okay, I'll be nice. I mean, they didn't send them to me to try. I bought them myself, but let's go ahead and give them a fair shot. I'm so glad that I decided to use the Mateo's silver, holographic silver, because it looks just like Let's Resin's. What did I do with it? Oh, good Lord. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. It looks just like the holographic powder set that Let's Resin has. So, let me pick it up and see if you can see it. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the hollow in that silver. So pretty. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pour the rest white. And I'm going to pick the white that I want to use. And then I'll be right back and we'll pour it. And I also wanted to mention, I used my Testor's black paint to do the eyes and the part of the glove. I'm going to take this nail file right here and I'm going to scruff up that area in the middle with it, making sure I don't scratch the other outer area of my candy cane. Okay, now I've scruffed it up. So now I'm going to use my Gorilla Glue and put a dot there and glue my spinner onto it. Okay, I have my epoxy resin mixed up, and I mixed up 2 ounces of A, no, 2 mils of A and 2 mils of B, total of 4 mils, because we don't have a lot to pour here. And I have 2 different cups here. I put about that much in this cup, and I'm going to use Laura's Art Corner's Baby Love. Let me move my mold out of the way. I want to show you guys this, which if you watched my Happy Mail, then you've seen it already. But we're going to lay that down first. And then if I have any room left in the back, I'm going to use my Mother of Pearl white mica behind it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get some of this in the cup here. This is a beautiful glitter. I mean, beautiful. Okay, I put 2 nice scoops in it. So let's go ahead and stir that up. That's so beautiful. But it's a little bit see-through. So I think if we put that white mica behind it, the Mother of Pearl, I think it might blend very well for our Santa's white in his suit. Okay, I'm going to let that sit and degas while we go ahead and mix this one up. I love this Mother of Pearl. I get it from my local Hobby Lobby store. We don't need much. I'm going to get about that much and put it in my cup here. And then get it stirred up. And this is an opaque color. And isn't that beautiful? All right, I'll meet you back when these are done degassing and we'll pour them. Okay, so for this area up in here, I don't want to get a bubble stuck in there. So I'm going to go ahead and try to spritz some alcohol in there without getting the rest of my stuff. And then I'm just going to put some of this down in there. And hopefully I don't have a bubble in there. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and pour this. But first, I know it has settled down there in the bottom of my cup, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a stir to get that pushed off of the bottom. And now we're going to go ahead and pour it. Making sure I get all those white areas of our Santa before we pour our white mica in behind it. Okay. Let me put some right here because I want to cover all of that that powder that we put in there. Now I'm going to spritz some alcohol so we don't get any bubbles on those edges. And now let's pour this mica. And then I'm going to take it and just twirl it around a little bit, making sure I don't scratch the mold with this. Okay. I think that's perfect. Now I'm going to use my heat gun, run it through there, and pop any of the surface bubbles. Spritz some alcohol, and then I'll meet you back for demold and see how our ornament turned out. See you later. Alright, I'm excited to get our ornament out of here and see what it looks like. Now I have our little piece here ready. It's a spinner, and it's ready to go on Santa's hand. So let's see how it turned out, my friend. You ready? Wow. Shut the front door. That is absolutely stunning. Look at that. Wow. That glitter is amazing. That glitter, if you missed it, is from Laura's Art Corner. It's the Baby Love. The Baby Love. If you would like to treat yourself to it, use my 10% discount, save you some money, and go over there and grab it. It's probably going to be really popular during the holidays this year. So grab you some while you can. It's just gorgeous. It really made our Santa pop, didn't it? Now I'm going to take my little Cricut blade here, and I'm just going to clean this little area right here. There we go. And what do y'all think about the Mateo chrome powder set? Do we give it a thumbs up or what? I do. I give it a thumbs up. I think it's beautiful. And I love that silver holographic that they have in there. It's really holographic. And it turned out amazing. That red is beautiful. The green. And look at Santa's cheeks. They're so rosy pink. Super cute. But I wish I would have done the ball on his hat in the silver as well. Because you really can't see it. So I don't know. I might have to think of some way to really bring that out. But I think that's going to look really cute in his hand. But we're going to take the little stick off. And then we're just going to put that there and let it spin. That's going to be so cute. Look at it, just a-going. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and glue that on there. And then we will be finished as soon as it dries. Actually, we are finished. I'm just going to glue it on there and we're finished. Let's pick our ornament. One of these things out. The least amount in there is green. So I'm going to use one of my little green pieces here to make this ready to hang on the Christmas tree. And there we have it. I just got to let that dry a little bit longer. It's not ready yet. I found a little puffy ball and I just hot glued it on there for Santa's end of his little hat there. And I think that looks super cute. It's so precious. So precious. So let me know what you think about my cute little Christmas ornament in the comment section below. And I hope you enjoyed yet another way that you can create using a sun catcher and make a mold for a beautiful Christmas ornament. And it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye. And I will see you in the next video. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.